Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome back to Stadium 11 here on the campus of Heritage Hall, where we have winners bracket action in 4A regional baseball. Your Heritage Hall Chargers will play host to the Ada Cougars. Ada, for whatever, we've never had a lot of history in competition with Ada until this year. We've played them in football, basketball a few times, and now we're going to play them in baseball in a really big winners bracket game that the winner's in the driver's seat to win the regional, and so it ought to be exciting. Ada's quarterback, shortstop, if you recall the state game, heck of an athlete, will be on the bump for Ada. Our feature player today, the Chargers, is Chandler Shepard. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties, but anyway, our featured player today is Chuck Shepard. He'll be on the bump today for the Chargers. Comes in with an average of 476. Just a monster season, going 14 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs, 37 ribbies, 40 runs, and 12 stolen bases. Chuck is a dual sport star, like this great senior class has several of them. He played some cornerback and wide receiver on the football team, and he was up in that 14-0 run and as a state champ, and was a huge part of the football team as a 10th grader. And there's some really great two-sport senior stars on this team, and Chuck is having a great season, and he will go ahead and go to UCO to play baseball in college. So and we're not the only ones that notice that. Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, keys to victory. Like we said in the first game, need to shut down their speed. Ada moves well. Be disciplined at the plate, and don't stop playing until the final pitch, which I'm sure there will be no problem with that here in such a big game like this here in the regional winners bracket action. With that said, Chandler Shepard, like we said, will be on the bump, but we have lost the toss again, so we will be the visiting team. Ada will be in the field first, and we will be up to bat first. And, in fact, we're going to stay right here as we are getting ready to play ball. Neither team took infield. They're tired, and no reason to do that here. We're ready for action here as Chandler Shepard steps in. Jackson McFarber is the starting pitcher for the Chargers, for the Cougars. Senior. So here we go, we're on the way. That's a foul ball, I thought, but is not going to be. So just gets chucked by a step as he can get down the line great. And quickly one down for the Cougars here in the top of the first. The order for the Chargers very similar to the first game of the day. Carson Norton will bat second, play first base as he looks at ball one. Good umpire behind the dish today as Carson looks at ball two, just outside the head in the count 2-0. Carson was a monster in the last game went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a single. They know that. They're being careful with him, and he's looking at ball. Got a 3-0 count. I bet she'll have the green light here. You get to do that when you're batting .438. And a 4-pitch walk to the Charger first baseman here to start the game. In the 3-hole will be Blake Adams playing shortstop today, and his average at .484 or thereabouts. He went 1 for 3 in the first game. Blake needs one more stolen base to become the career leader in that category in the history of Charger baseball. And that's 5 straight for McFarber. Inside, 6 straight. ball 3-0 to Blake Adams. The buildings block it off, but it is still very windy. Any ball gets up, we'll move. That's 8 straight for the Ada pitcher, and I'm sure they'll want to have a little visit. He doesn't, of course. Okay, so 1 down. Runners at first and second. The cleanup hitter, freshman Colby Lewis, will catch this game. Played flawless second base in the first game and will be behind the dish as Chandler Shepard, as we mentioned, will be on the hill for the Chargers. That's right in there for strike 1 after 8 straight from McFarber. 0-1 to Colby Lewis, the Charger cleanup hitter. That's going to be up today. That's going to be tough. Seasoned umpire behind there. He'll be consistent all day. Right in there for strike 2. 1-2 to Colby Lewis with 1 down here in the top of the first. Big game here. As we mentioned, winning this one puts you in the driver's seat to win the regional. That's going to get away. About a 52-footer there from McFarber. Even the count at 2-2, but most importantly, the base runners both move up 90 feet to scoring position. McFarber not sharp here yet. I would imagine McFarber has quite a long leash here as one of the better athletes at Ada right now, leader, quarterback. Shortstop, really played well in the last game, so I'm sure they expect him to right the ship and start throwing strikes. The old Oklahoma south wind is going, as you can hear. That's slapped through there for a base hit by Colby Lewis. Here comes Blake Adams, runs great, no play at the plate. Freshman coming through in the clutch. A 2-run single for Colby Lewis, and the Chargers quickly jump out to a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Stepping in will be one of the heroes from the first game. Landry Kyle will play second base today in this game, and promptly dumps it into right center. It's going to be extra bases for Landry. Here comes Colby. Cole will be rounded around, waved in by Coach Draper, and score easily. Stand-up double by Landry Kyle on the first pitch, drives it to the right center field alley, and just like that, the Chargers are up 3-0. So you couldn't have a better start for the Chargers here in the first inning. Mart Smith, who had a huge pinch hit RBI single in the 6th inning of the last game, top of the 7th, has been hit swinging a hot bat, will be the DH in this game, and we'll step in from the left side with 1 out. Promptly jumps on it, pulls it, does move the runner up. He will be ground out to first base. Center fielder Max Hardberger steps in and looks at ball one in the dirt. Have a man on the pond there at third base, and Landry Kyle. 2 down here in the top of the first. And he hits it off the handle to third baseman, big young man who's played a good game today, or had in the last game. And he gets the put out of Max Hardberger, but not before the Chargers quickly throw up 3 runs in the top of the first here. Nice, good cushion for Chandler Shepard to trot out before he's even thrown a pitch and have a 3-0 lead. Through the first half inning, Heritage Hall 3, Ada-0. Stay right here looking at the lineup for the Cougars. Leading off will be the pitcher, Jackson McFarber. The DH, John Boone, will bat second, followed by the third baseman, Jared Ellis. In the cleanup spot will be Hunter Conklin playing first base, followed by Christian Malloy will be in center field. Bo Charbonneau will be the second baseman. Batting seventh, Manny LaValle will be in shortstop. Alan Anderson will be in left field. And number 13, Zach Carroll, will be in right field. And the catcher, Braden Malloy, is who will be just playing catcher today. As we talked about, always takes so many sponsors to make ChargerVision happen. Of course, more importantly, almost Luke Steelman and his tireless efforts with he and his student crews to make ChargerVision, second to none in our state in student broadcasting. If you have never seen one, I hope you're enjoying it. It's HD, no different than turning on ESPN, except for me. Get a little better in that regard on ESPN, but the picture and the work that these kids do is professional. They have directors and telling them which camera. So, as always, hats off to Luke Steelman and his great crew of ChargerVision kids who make ChargerVision happen. Okay, the warm-up pitches are done. Chandler Shepard is a tough customer. He throws hard, and he's a senior and a heck of a competitor. Pitcher Jackson McFarber stepping in. Leads off for the Cougars here. Way back in the box. And just down and away, ball one to McFarber. Right in there for, excuse me. Ball 2-0 to McFarber. And ball 3. I knew that didn't sound right because I remember scouting him in football. McFarland, bless his heart, my fault. Okay, that's a strike. Okay. So the count 3-1 to McFarland. That's hit to second base. Landry Kyle stays right down on it. And McFarland is retired, 4-3. Nice job of coming right back from that 3-0 start by Chuck Shepard. DH John Boone will step in for the Cougars. Slaps it to second base. Landry Kyle had him played that direction. And just like that, 2 down in the bottom of the first here with another 4-3 putout. Jared Ellis, big old boy that plays third base and plays really well. I think he went about 3 for 4 in the last game and had a couple of great gems over at third base, and a good baseball player. That all the way to the backstop there for ball 1 to the Cougar third baseman. Little chin music there for ball 2 to the big third baseman from Ada. That's outside for ball 3. So not pinpoint yet, quite yet for Chandler Shepard to start the game, but we do have 2 down here. 3-0 count to Jared Ellis in the bottom of the first. That's ball 4, down and away. So Ellis gets 2 out walk. You don't foresee any action here from Ellis, although he runs well for a big man. Would be very surprised to see him take off here. That's right in there, strike 1 by Chandler Shepard. That's what we're looking for, strike 1 on these batters. That's lifted to left field, well, just barely off the infield as Blake Adams calls everyone off. Takes care of it to retire the side. So, through 1 complete inning, the Chargers jump out quickly for 3 quick runs, and Ada has nothing across. After 1 inning, Heritage Hall 3, Ada nothing. And we'll be right back to Stadium 11 for more regional action.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City is proud to offer the leader of luxury SUVs, the new 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350.
We were looking for a powerful luxury SUV that's easy to handle. Safety is always a concern when driving on the highway, and we were really impressed with all the safety features on the GLE. It has a lot of cargo space, and that's very important to me when I'm hauling the family around. Our sales associate made our experience very memorable. It was just that easy.
Only at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City.
Welcome back to the campus of Heritage Hall at Stadium 11, where we have 1 inning in the books, and the Heritage Hall Chargers have jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Jackson McFarland, the pitcher for the Cougars, a little bit of a rough first inning, as Jake LaForce steps in. Charger left fielder will lead off the 2nd inning here. Breck Draper, the head man for the Chargers, assisted by Jordan Seymour, John Dobbs, Casey Brown, and Joe Wheeler. Do a great job. And if you'd have seen this field along with the Ryans at 8 a.m., you would have bet any amount of money we're not playing baseball within 24 hours. So kudos to all those guys and the dads who helped clean the field today. And what a nice play out in center field by Christian Malloy, the diving catch to retire Jake LaForce. But I'll tell you, as much rain as you know we all had last night, our home plate was underwater this morning. And took a great team effort led by Coach Draper and the Ryans to get this field up and ready for today. Preston Taylor takes a curveball for strike 1. Preston playing really good third base today. Looks at strike 2 there. Quickly 0-2 to the Charger third baseman. Another one of those dual sport great athletes here at Heritage. McFarland bounces in a curveball to go 1-2 to Preston. Preston receiver and a cornerback, and had some huge plays in the football season this year, and same with baseball. Heck of a player. That's up there for ball 2. Preston looks at strike 3. It was the right call. Sometimes you don't get the call if you drop it at this level, but it was a strike for the second out of the inning as we reached the top of the order again here in the second inning with Chuck Shepard, who, look out, grounded out to the pitcher, or excuse me, to the catcher, his last at bat. 0 for 1 is Chuck. Another off speed is McFarland takes a spill there on the delivery. Yeah, and that didn't feel good. I promise you're not going to pry him out of the game. There's this number right here. Well, having talked to this kid and got to know him just a bit in the last few months, seen him a few times, and he was an absolute warrior in the state championship football game, so I don't think a fall on the mound is going to get him out of the game. Chuck slaps that one down the left side, foul. Nicely fielded by Coach Draper. 1-2 the count to Chandler Shepard. Curveball lifted to right field by Chuck is trouble, and it is going to drop as Chuck never hesitated and easily gets into second. Confidence and speed is a great combination. Chuck flares one down the right field line and was booking it from the get-go out of the box and turns what should have been a single into a double. That's what experience, talent, confidence can do. Great job, Chuck Shepard. Good at bat. So, gives us a chance for one of our heavies to step in with an RBI possibility in Carson Orton. Chuck Shepard at second base with a 2-out double. That's popped straight up a mile high by Carson Orton on the infield and handled by the pitcher McFarland to retire the side. So good job recovery there by the Ada pitcher McFarland, and the Chargers, after a 2-out double, are retired. A couple of sponsors that we'd like to recognize. As always, it's just impossible to do ChargerVision without them. I think we were neglectful in the last game, and by all means, we would not want to leave out Fuzzy's. ChargerVision would like to thank presenting sponsor Fuzzy's Taco Shop. There's no better game day restaurant, fresh, fast, and fun. Stop in at Chisholm Creek after the game or visit one of their other locations in Edmond, Bricktown, Norman, Stillwater, now open and more. Fuzzy's, welcome to your new addiction. Also, a man with close Charger ties, our head tennis coach, owns the Fuzzies and the Texadelphia, and Texadelphia is also a presenting sponsor of ChargerVision since 2013. Tex-Mex meets Philly cheesesteak, and your taste buds are the winner. Stop by the lower Bricktown location and make every day a Texadelphia day. So we're through 1.5. Again, if you're just joining us, in regional play, every game has a coin toss to determine the home team, and we are 0 for 2 in coin tosses. But if that's all you're 0 and 2 for the day, it's going to be a good day. So it is the bottom of the second with the Cougars coming to bat. That's usually how it is. Christian Malloy, fresh off an incredible play, a diving catch out in center field, will lead it off for the Cougars. Boy. Tight zone, no doubt about it, but ball one to Malloy. That's skied up on the right side of the infield. It's going to be just foul. Carson Norton has a beat on it, calls it, makes the play. Quickly one down here for Chandler Shepard and the Chargers in the bottom of the second. Next up for the Cougars will be Bo Charbonneau. Second baseman, scrappy young man, hurt his ankle in the first game. No problem, still in the game. Outside for ball one. To the Cougar second baseman. That's fouled straight back, I believe out of play. Yes, it is, as Colby Lewis gives chase, but it gets out of play behind the net. Evens the count at 1-1. Ball 2-1 to Bo Charbonneau. That's upstairs for ball 3. Not a big young man. Not much of a strike zone there. Right in there. Nice job, Chuck, to bring the count back full to Charbonneau. Oh, my goodness. Charbonneau hits it right on the nose. Great reflexes by Chuck Shepard, who stabs it for the second out of the inning. Goodness. That was hit on the button, and a better play by Chuck. Manny LaValle will step in for the Cougars as he looks at ball one high from Chandler Shepard. Manny is the shortstop this game with McFarland pitching for the Cougars. That's right in there for strike one to Chandler Shepard. Chuck always works out of the stretch. And that's been there today, right at the knees on the black for strike two. So Chuck ahead 1-2 here with 2 down in the bottom of the second inning of this winter bracket action here at Heritage Hall. Curveball swung, foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. So a clean inning for Chandler Shepard. Nothing across for the Cougars. Through 2 complete, the score remains Heritage Hall 3, Ada-0. We'll be back to Heritage Hall for third inning action in just a moment.
$10,000 that says Joe Cooper will beat any other Ford dealer's price on a new Ford.
And I'll beat any Ford dealer's price on a new Ford by $500.
Or we'll give you $10,000 cash. Check it out. Get a new 2017 Escape for only $16,849 or just $159 a month. Or get a new F-150 Super Crew STX for only $299 a month. Getting the best buy of the week is fast, fun, and easy at Joe Cooper Ford. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
Welcome back to Heritage Hall. Chargers up to bat here in the top of the third. Three-hole hitter Blake Adams stepping in to face McFarland. He quickly, as he often does, clean base hit to center field. Great way to start the inning with a leadoff single by the shortstop, Blake Adams. Blake, our best base runner, like we mentioned at the top of the telecast, needs one stolen base to become the Charger all-time leader. Colby squared to bunt, but snap throw over to first. Blake, crafty base runner. There he goes, and he got a curveball to run on, and he easily takes the base. Congratulations to Blake Adams as he unofficially, but according to Luke, he's usually right, becomes the all-time base stealer in the history of the Heritage Hall program. So Blake goes down to second on the stolen base, and Colby bunts it. Nice bunt is going to get the job done, gets him by a step. He runs great, and we all of a sudden have a man at third base with one out. Nice job, Colby Lewis. Great team action by this team. The cleanup hitter bunting. Gotta love it. Landry Kyle hammered a double in his first at bat on the first pitch. So he's hot. Let's get him another one. Looks at ball one. Strike one to Landry. Man at third. Gets away, but no action from Adams. 2-1 to Landry Kyle here as my broadcast partner had a little work action and just cruised in.
Yep.
Brett Bogert.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, you bet, buddy.
But we're here.
No.
That's the important part.
That's right.
Patience from Landry.
Failed to introduce myself at the top of this telecast. I'm Steve Chard along with Brett Bogert. Glad to be here for some beautiful evening and some regional action at Heritage Hall.
Perfect night for it.
Ball four to Landry Kyle. So, again, a little bit of control issues for McFarland, the QB, the pitcher. Mart Smith will step in. Easily the best walk-up song on the team. Eastbound and Down by Jerry Reed. Well, Smokey and the Bandit fame for you guys that are old like me.
McFarland on the bump, huh?
Yep.
That kid was a heck of a competitor.
He was. We were touching on that earlier. He is he got bounced around pretty good and kept coming back for more. Mart Smith stepping in our DH tonight. The hook play in order. And no dice, but we do take second uncontested. Not a stolen base. Mart pinch hit in the last game for a huge insurance run in the top of the seventh inning against Cash to make it 4-1, which was the final score.
Yeah, big RBI.
You bet.
4-1 just feels a lot more comfortable than 3-1.
Certainly does.
I like Mart. Good kid.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Funny. He's really
a
funny, actually.
Kid. He's always got a great attitude. Another one of those kids always with a smile on his face.
Swing and a miss there by Mart. His account goes to 2-1. He hits it, bouncer to second base, which is going to score a run. Great job, great piece of hitting there by Mart. He's thrown out 4-3, but gets the RBI to give us a 4-0 lead here for the Chargers.
There you go, Mart, driving in another run.
Good hitting right there.
Doing his job today, for sure.
In steps Max Hardberger, our center fielder. And Landry Kyle at third base. He looks at ball one. It doesn't feel like it, Brett, but it's still pretty windy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, up here feels great.
Yeah.
But that wind's still blowing pretty.
Well, this little cloud cover is helping us from not baking up here. Oh my goodness.
Great.
Max Hardberger absolutely hammers it to right center.
The wall. He's going to go 3.
Max runs well, and he will make it to third. No problem with a triple.
Good for Max. That was a hard hit ball. One hopper to the wall out in center.
Fully extended there if you saw. Wow.
I know you probably covered a lot of this, but I'm assuming the third baseman was on the football team.
Well,
I guess.
you know, I should have asked the quarterback. We had a nice visit between games, and I didn't ask if he was, but if he wasn't.
Coach Barris needs to get him out there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my.
Another one.
And Jake LaForce, for the third at-bat, hammers the ball. Is 2 for 3 in those 3 at-bats, and RBIs both of the hits. Drives Max Hardberger in, and just like that, it's 6-0. Heritage Hall jumping all over the Cougars here early.
The lefties coming through with big RBIs in this inning.
Absolutely. Well, Preston Taylor wants to stay in the party, so. PT struck out looking his first time, takes a curveball that stays high for ball one.
Whenever I'm following the ball, just keep it as wide as it is and then just tilt over a little bit.
I'm a fan of the classic white unis.
Yeah, the button-up jersey, I love them.
They look good.
One ball to PT, as he's known around our parts. That's right in there for strike. Well, don't know what the shortstop was doing there. Obviously thought the second baseman was covering, and that throw's going to get Jake LaForce by 5 steps, but there's nobody there to catch it. So Jake with the stolen base. Way to go. Bounced in there for ball 2.
Yeah, good block from the catcher because Jake had a big lead. He would have easily gotten to third. That one got by.
Two and 1 the count to Preston Taylor. 2 down here, the top of the third. Right in there for strike 2.
Good pitch there from McFarland. I feel like you don't see the dark gray baseball pants very often. They're very dark gray. You see that light gray all the time.
Curveball hit to the third baseman, who's been solid all day, and throws out Preston Taylor to end the inning. But the Chargers tack on 3 more on a couple of ropes by Landry Kyle and Max Hardberger to take a 6-0 lead through 2.5, Brett.
Yeah, my first half inning, it was a good one.
Absolutely.
It was 3-0 on the board when I pulled into the parking lot. It's 6-0 now. You gotta love it. Great inning, especially the left. How do you got to get some specific ones like the radio stations, like get
Oh, I know.
KJYO.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
We're in the second game, folks, in case you hadn't noticed.
If you hadn't noticed.
All right, we're ready to get back to action.
Sounds like you were stranded by yourself for a little while.
I was ready for my best Bob Uecker nonsense. Bottom of 3 here, Chargers commanding 6-0 lead, and a guy throwing gas on the bump in Chuck Shepard throws ball 1 to Alan Anderson, the Cougar left fielder.
Jeez.
Just a bit tardy on that one. 1-1 now, the count to Anderson.
Yeah, Chuck. That's moving.
Yeah, that busted him inside. Not much you can do with that as Mark Smith sprints out to grab that foul ball.
Great effort.
1-2 to the Cougar left fielder. And he waves at an off-speed offering to strike out. Pretty overmatched right there.
Looking good out there, Chucky.
The word from the coaches is, Chuck, the intention from the UCO coaches is against the Jackets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's who that he beat the Jackets 4-2 and pitched every pitch of the game. And was
he lefty pitcher as well?
Yeah, and I think he's going to be the quarterback.
Okay.
Talking to him and then talking to McFarland. They look alike. I said, is that your little brother? And he said, no, but I treat him that way. 4-pitch walk to the 9-hole.
You don't see Chuck do that very often.
No, he struggled a little with control to start the game, and then I think Chuck thought he was going to change to Carson right there, but yes, he is. I imagine this has something to do with a 6-0 lead and pitch count for tomorrow.
Sure.
And we'll leave the strategy to that and to Coach Draper, but I know I overheard something about that, and they will just do the easy switch. Chandler will go to first base, stay in the game, and Carson Orton will be on the bump. And we're going to take a quick break here while Carson warms up and be right back as the Chargers are going to change pitchers here. We'll be right back with more action from Stadium 11.
Since 2014, our fans have been the backbone of the club. Fans keep supporting us on the field, in the community, and are the driving force of our success. Our fans create an exciting atmosphere that drives charisma, excellence, and passion. Energy fans, we thank you and welcome you to year number 5.
There are moments that define us, that shape our character, that make us who we are. But what if there were no moments for the children of Oklahoma City? Our kids lack the most basic requirement to participate in sports, a field. It's our time to enable our children to create their own defining moment, to provide resources like an empowered coach, safe equipment, in a field that they can call home.
Welcome back to Heritage Hall as you get a look at the Charger dugout. Charger Brain Trust. There's head coach Breck Draper sitting the lowest. Casey Brown, John Dobbs ahead of sitting on the second row there. Career record of 151 and 34. It looks like a misprint.
Yeah,
Quite
a
start to his career here from Coach Draper. Speaking of McFarland, stepping in for the Cougars, looks at strike one from big Carson Orton.
I just have to say, the way that this kid played football doesn't surprise me that he's the one with the big hole in his baseball pants.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing earlier. You are correct.
He's a tough young man.
Jackson grounded out 4-3 in his first at bat, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2. Sometimes pitching change might mean, oh, maybe somebody of a lesser caliber, but not when it goes from Chuck to Carson Orton.
And McFarland should remember Carson. Carson was chasing him around quite a bit.
And caught him.
Yep.
Several times.
Him and Jay caught him a few times. Connor Keith caught him a few times, too.
I think 4. A lot of fun that night. One
good night.
Night to remember. That's strike 3. Oh, my goodness. Okay. 2-2 the count to McFarland, Jackson McFarland, after a 4-pitch walk that allowed the 9-hole Carroll to reach. Strike 3 looking.
Good pitch there from Carson. Something about the kind of aura he presents on the mound.
Yeah, we mentioned that. I remember Coach Bogert mentioned that earlier today. It's, you don't see a lot of little guys pitching on TV, do you?
No.
A lot of those guys are built like Carson with big legs and behinds, and a lot of things coming at you when you're 6'2", 220, which is about what Carson goes. Ball 1 to the DH, John Boone. Oh, ball's away from you. Easily down to second goes Zach Carroll on, I'm going to say pass ball there.
Yeah. That was one of those kind of borderline ones. That would have been a...
Yeah. You're asking Carson, you're going to say pass ball. I'm a senior.
Exactly. That's how impressive Colby's been this year, though. As a freshman, you're saying,
wow, a pass
hey,
ball.
Make a play.
Yeah, exactly. On a guy throwing 80-8 and moving.
Yeah.
2-1 to count to John Boone. Here in the bottom of the third. That's up and away, and you just don't want that to hit you in the face.
Yeah, no kidding.
3-1 now to John Boone.
With the name Boone, you got to expect to be a decent baseball player.
Yeah, no kidding. Guy hadn't coached 1 minute in his life and gets the best job in the world.
Exactly.
Yankees head skippers, never managed a day in his life. Isn't that crazy? And they're good. Imagine that.
They're rewarding him for that huge hit he had.
Yeah.
It's the Red Sox.
No kidding. You're exactly right. He's a hero for the Yankees.
Oh, yeah.
Carson comes right back to run the count full to the Cougar DH. Curveball sprayed foul down the right side is going to land in foul ground harmlessly. Staying alive. Nice job by Boone to keep the at-bat going. As you saw, Zach Carroll, he'll be off on contact, so in scoring position. Big out right here for Carson. Want to keep them down, get them down, put your boot on their throat and keep them there. Again, fouled back. It's neat, Brett, to see the 3 teams that are here, and Cash too. Cash has had a lot of success, but I was mainly referring to Kingfisher, Ada, and Heritage Hall. It's 3 of the, everybody does stuff right, and it's not accident that these are 3 of the better athletic programs in all of Oklahoma. Ada, of course, with the incredible storied history in high school football, the most state titles
19.
Of anybody, 19.
Just glad we didn't give him 20, right?
No kidding. But just great athlete, Kingfisher, great success, as always out at Kingfisher, and do stuff right. Good. That's going to stay up for ball 4. That's the right call. So first and second now, as the big third baseman for the Cougars steps in, Jared Ellis. What position? Yeah, I bet he was too. I was just talking to the Ada media member here in the booth with us, and not surprisingly, Jared Ellis did play football.
Yep.
Now they're going to want, that got the ire of our dugout up, and I don't blame him. This kid's 6'3", and that was right at the belt and was called a ball, so we'll see.
Appear to be inside.
That got Coach Draper up. I
can see if he can get a little better angle over there.
You know, verbal warning given by the home plate umpire. Need to relax. This is a regional winners bracket game, and he knows he was squeezing it right there, and just need to let that go. He didn't make too big of a scene here, but here we go. Verbal warning to Coach Draper in the Heritage Hall dugout. 2-0 the count to Jared Ellis. That's down for ball 3 to the big third baseman.
So what does a verbal warning entail?
Well,
is that like your sideline warning?
Yeah, and if he gives you another one, he can say dugout only, or he'll run you.
Okay.
Right in there for strike 1, as Ellis was taking all the way. That's ball 4, way upstairs. So just like that, the bases are loaded.
Like Blake's going to come in and settle Carson down.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm sure they did talk about the pitch count and the possible scenario that Carson would come in pretty early. So I don't know that he was taken. I'm sure that was not a shock to him. But, you know, anytime you come in when you're in the game, sometimes you're not as in the groove. After all, he's a starting pitcher. And used to having his normal warm-up, which, of course, you don't get when you're playing first base.
Sure.
Hunter Conklin steps in and flares one to Blake Adams. Nice. And just like that, we're out of the jam.
Well,
nice job, Carson.
Looks like Blake's little settled in. Hey, just give a pitch, have him pop it up to me, get out of here.
I wish it was that easy. But, hey, good job there by Carson. That's going to get us through 3 complete. The score remains our Heritage Hall Chargers 6, the Ada Cougars nothing. We'll be right back to Stadium 11 for more regional action.
Welcome back, Charger fans, to regional action between your Heritage Hall Chargers and the Ada Cougars. Your Heritage Hall Chargers, again, unlucky on the coin toss, are the visiting team. So they are leading 6-0 through 3 innings. Carson Orton just came in for Chandler. Chandler threw, what did he throw?
Well, I'm going to find out.
2 and 2/3?
Yeah, I'm going to get a pitch number from Coach Brown.
Carson came in, the bases got loaded, but he got out of the jam.
Certainly did.
That brings up Chandler, now playing first base.
Yeah, boy, it's amazing how versatile all these starters are. They all play everything. Colby plays second and third and catches. Chuck plays everything. Blake plays everything. Carson plays first and third. Preston Taylor plays outfield and third. I mean, really versatile group of young men.
That's got to be fun for a coach.
And Chuck promptly turns on it and hammers it to left field for a single. Great way to start the inning. That's what leadoff's supposed to do, right?
Absolutely. Hard hit ball. Leadoff hitter leading the team in RBIs.
Yeah, see. Chuck only 333. See, if you throw over 35, you cannot pitch the next day. So I'm sure that had something to do with it.
Oh, man.
Carson hits it hard to the alley in left center. One hops the wall. Chuck will score easily. And Carson, another stand-up double. The guy is hammering the baseball today.
Goodness gracious. It's like he reached for that and still one hopped it off the wall.
Yeah, that wasn't even a full extension. So really hitting it hard today is Carson. And supposedly he's a pitcher only at Cali County. I don't believe that.
That is wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
The way he hits the baseball. It's got to be looking like a basketball to him today.
Right. In steps Blake Adams, our shortstop, and he looks at ball 1 with Carson Orton in scoring position with no outs. Chance to maybe break this open in the heart of the lineup coming up. That's hit hard down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. That's going to be in the creek, but that would have straightened out.
He got a good jump on that one.
Yes, he did. Turned pretty hard on it. Long strike. So 1-1 the count to Blake Adams here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, put one in Fixley Creek back there.
Yeah, he put a few. That's going to get away from him, and Carson easily going to cruise to third base. Definitely a wild pitch there from McFarland.
He appears to be aching a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be hurting.
See what...
I know he played the state championship game with a severely banged up ankle.
Yeah.
And kept coming back.
See what Coach Jarvis wants to do. There is some action in the Cougar bullpen down the right field line.
Got old Joseph Waldron, a familiar position of the mound. He's been there before.
Yeah, probably better than most.
Yeah.
I think Joe was all the way to the AAA level as a lefty pitcher. Well, yeah, we're talking about McFarland's injury. I know he had a severely injured ankle in the state championship football game and taped it up tighter in the drum and played. So he's going to stay in, as you might have imagined, and the count is 2-1 to the 3-hole hitter, Charger shortstop Blake Adams, with Carson Orton 90 feet away.
Quarterback on quarterback here.
That's right, as Blake Adams hammers it in the alley to right center. It's got a chance. Yes, sir!
Wow.
You can put it on the board. Yes!
Wow, Blake, good patience there. Sat back and just hammered that out of the park to right center.
Now, we talked about maybe a chance to kind of get this thing opening in our direction, and that will make it 9-0 here in the 4th inning with no outs.
That was impressive. That wasn't just one of the ones that just was up in the wind either. He hit that hard.
That wasn't planned, but do I get like copyright infringement on the Hawk for saying that?
Wow.
That was a lot of fun. So,
see, no, you cited your sources. You're good.
Yeah, cited my source. Yep. Well, I'm a teacher. You got to do it honestly.
You're good. Absolutely.
Well, this is going to be it for McFarland because this is the second visit of this inning. So we're going to make a change here for the Cougars. We're going to go ahead and take a break as there's going to be a pitching change here in the ball game. McFarland will probably go back to shortstop. I'm not sure, but we're going to have a pitching change, and we'll be right back. The Chargers out front 9-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Be right back.
All right, welcome back. Get a pitching change for the Cougars. Looks like number 4, Christian Malloy.
Christian Malloy, the center fielder. Is that 4 or 1, Brett? Oh, 7.
Golly,
we're both wrong.
Way off. That was way off. Did I throw a 9er in there?
Trey Havens. Trey Havens, who is not a starter in the game. Trey Havens will come into pitch That's what I was not surprised. It looks like maybe.
I don't know where I got a 4. It looks more like a 1 than a 4.
Well, you can only do so much with the A&M colors. So that puts McFarland back at shortstop. I think the shortstop who was playing came out of the game, which would have been Manny LaValle. Because Havens came in off the bench, so somebody had to come out, and since that's was LaValle. Yeah.
It's going to bring up the catcher, Colby Lewis.
Cleanup hitter Colby Lewis. Like to keep this big inning going here. No outs, so need more base runners. That's up and away for ball 1. Foul tipped on the cut into the glove for strike 1 to Colby.
Yeah, good pitch there from Havens.
Yeah.
What grade he is. Looks kind of like Landry up there. Tall, skinny guy.
Mm-hmm. Outside for ball 2. Fouled straight back to the screen. Good cut there by Colby. Great throng of fans out here, Brett.
Yeah, good showing.
See a lot of the...
beautiful Thursday night. Should be out here.
A lot of familiar foes out there and faces. Big curveball misses up and away.
I see Bryce and Max down there. They were working the.
They must have got
the ChargerVision crew first game.
Must have got a little break from the ChargerVision action. Full count to Colby. Straight back and out of play or not.
Yep.
Yeah, out of play. Okay, we don't have much of a view to the screen behind the plate. We have to stick our head way out of the press box here.
Risking safety to see that one.
Yeah, these guys don't. They don't want me landing on them.
Yeah. Nope, that'd be a bummer.
Full count to the Charger cleanup hitter with no outs here, and that's ball 4. I love how the Chargers, they don't let anything get by. You don't get any freebies. They're looking. Colby's looking back. Did that ball get away from him? Does he know where it is? Because I'm going to sprint to first. And if he doesn't know where it, I'm going to keep running.
Yeah, Colby's not careful. He's going to get some carries in this Newcastle team camp coming up.
Yeah, I know we're a little short-handed with some guys on a few things here and there for that trip, for that camp. And there goes Colby on the first pitch, and all the way to backstop the ball goes. So ball 1 to Landry Kyle, who's swinging a hot bat.
The catcher go up for a quick visit to get the signs right with Havens.
Already the third at bat for our youngsters here in the 4th inning.
Good eye there from Landry.
2-0 the count to Landry here in the top of the 4th. Chargers working on a big inning. That's hit, nubbed to the pitcher. Going to be lobbed to first base for the first out of the inning, but no different than a sacrifice as we move the runner up 90 feet. Colby Lewis is at third base.
See if Mark can drive another one in. Good hit in his last at bat.
He usually gets his money's worth, does Mart. Good hack there, strike one to Mart Smith. He could do the same thing by grounding out and get another RBI as he did in the last at bat.
Oh, a little early on that one.
Yep, took something off of that. Did Anderson. 0-2 the count to Mart Smith. And 3 pitches, strikes out. Not his best at bat. That was up out of the zone, but hey.
Yep. A little impatient there. It's all right. Max one-hopped one into the wall last at bat.
He certainly did. His arms were extended. Matt got out on one. Max Hardberger steps in, the Charger center fielder. That ball's up and away for ball 1 to Hardberger.
Looks like Havens reached back on that one, got some velocity.
Mm-hmm. That's hit hard in the hole to shortstop. McFarland, he's safe. Yep, he's safe. He had to come off the bag and just huge play right there because he's hustling. Hurry the throw and E6 and an RBI for Max Hardberger. Well, that's going to put us at 10-0. That's kind of the magic number. Here we go with Jake LaForce. And there goes.
Oh, he'll be up easy.
Max takes second base on the wild pitch that was about Nuke LaLoosh level, 12 feet high. Ball 1 to Jake LaForce, the Charger left fielder.
Good eye.
And ball 2 is up and away out of the zone.
Yeah, he's having trouble missing them high.
Jake's a good disciplined hitter. You're going to have to throw him a strike now. Absolutely. That's ball 3.
Good patience from Jake.
Take is on. That's right in there for strike 1. 3-1 the count to Jake LaForce. And that's ball 4. I have a feeling on PT right here, Brett.
Yep, I can see it. Yeah, I think he's going to come up big here with a hit. Drive another one in.
2 outs. Men will be moving on contact. Swings and misses it. The first offering for strike 1.
Yeah, aggressive cut.
To Preston Taylor, indeed. Nice job there by the catcher. Ball 1 away and in the dirt. Nice play by, is that Sliger? Okay. Cade Sliger is in to catch. And Preston lifts one to the left fielder who steps in, may have trouble. And it does drop. Oh my goodness.
That'll score 1. Jake gets the third. PT with the...
Well, unfortunate misplay there for the left fielder, but we'll take the mistake and an RBI double for Preston Taylor.
Called it.
Up our lead to 11-0 here with the top of the order coming up for their 4th rotation already. So Chandler Shepard stepping in. Looks at ball 1 high.
Chuck the only guy on the squad that goes with the
pull-up?
Showing the socks?
I guess so.
Sure.
Old school, baby.
I like it.
Off speed, misses up and away. Quickly 2-0 to Chuck.
Just needs a little baggier pants, get the parachute going.
Again, with the attempted curveball, stays up. 3-0 to Chandler Shepard, and he'll be taking here. Ball 4 in 4-pitch walk. To Chuck Shepard. So
that juices him for the big fella.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to put Carson Orton right now. What you want. Carson is the 2-hole, but certainly is our slugger. And great job there by Sliger to prevent a run, as that's ball 1 in the dirt to Carson Orton. And he hammers one that is caught.
Right. Hard hit ball. That one happened.
Can't hit it any harder than that.
Oh, and Chuck gets pegged by the left fielder. Completely on accident, but takes one, and I'm sure that didn't feel very good.
Through 4.5, the Chargers tack on 5 in the 4th, and through 3.5, the score is 11 for your Heritage Hall Chargers and 0 for the Ada Cougars. A few changes here. Mark Smith will be in to catch for the Chargers.
It's like Landry. Blake's to the mound.
Yep.
Landry to short. Colby to second.
Right.
Oh, Chuck. Looks like Chuck and PT aren't sure who's going where.
So Carson back to first base.
Chuck. Where's Chuck going?
Chuck must be going to center field. Max will move over to right field. Range Faulkner will come out of the game.
See, the kids are even confused where they're going to play because they play so many positions.
Yeah. Obviously not a safe situation, but be good to get Blake some work here and limit the number for Carson and Chuck. If we can finish it up right here, it would be ideal for the arms. Okay, we're ready to go here in the bottom of the 4th. Score 11-0. Chargers out front here. Center fielder Malloy steps in for the Cougars.
Oh!
Let's play ball. Let's play ball. That's a fair ball, and he's out. Went off his handle, but obvious, a little bit odd there, but off the handle and in play. So a 1-3 putout on the first pitch of the inning.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there for Malloy. I couldn't tell if that was the end of the bat or the end of the elbow there. Glad it was the bat. That wouldn't have felt good with the elbow.
No. Wow. Okay, ball 1.
Side, I suppose.
The Cougars second baseman, Bo Charbonneau. That one's popped up on the infield. Colby Lewis has got a beat on it and has called it and makes the play. Quickly, 2 outs here in the 4th.
3 really good pitches so far from Blake. He's kind of feel like he's more of a flow guy. If he gets in a good feel on the mound, he's going to have a good night. If he doesn't, he might not.
I think you're right. Well, that will bring in 16 Sliger, who came in for LaValle, and they moved positions, but he is catching. Looks strike 1 there by Blake Adams. Great start here. high cheese there from Adams. Swung and missed
That one had
by
some
Slager.
smoke coming off of it.
Absolutely. 0-2 the count here with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Wish we were the home team.
Yeah. Ooh,
curveball, see ya.
What an inning from Blake there.
Quick work by Adams there. Pretty nasty curveball there to retire the side. So through 4 complete, your score remains Heritage Hall 11, the Ada Cougars nothing as we go to the 5th inning. We'll be right back with more regional action from Heritage Hall.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction.
Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City is proud to offer the leader of luxury SUVs, the new 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350.
We were looking for a powerful luxury SUV that's easy to handle. Safety is always a concern when driving on the highway, and we were really impressed with all the safety features on the GLE. It has a lot of cargo space, and that's very important to me when I'm hauling the family around. Our sales associate made our experience very memorable. It was just that easy.
Only at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City.
Welcome back to Heritage Hall, where we go to the top of the 5th inning with Cougars made another change at pitcher, and that's going to be Dalen Cobb will be in on the bump for the Chargers, for the Cougars. In case you're just joining us, don't get alarmed. We are the visitors.
Yes.
So the score is 11-0. Good guys here on the home confines of Stadium 11 in the shadows of the Colonel Charles R. Stevenson Fieldhouse. One of the beautiful additions here at Heritage Hall in the last 10-15 years. It's just during 3 days of the year that thing getting used, Coach Bogert.
No doubt about it. That's great to have.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we get plenty of use in it during football.
Yeah.
I know the lower school gets plenty of use in it. Taking PE and after school care and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a great facility. We're definitely lucky to have that.
It's the ultimate rainy day fix.
Yep, no doubt about
for
it.
Whatever you're doing.
Although I'm sure you can attest to it, the offensive coordinator might get a little cranky when we're stuck in there.
Well, and the kids are like they're in a closet, and they run into each other, and we all get upset. You can't do a lot but an out route from one side to the other, and that's about it.
But other than
offensively,
that, it's incredible to have.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Well, okay, we're already to Blake Adams for his 4th at bat. If you recall, he hammered one out of the park for a 2-run bomb in his last at bat.
Yeah, he's almost right at the ChargerVision camera out there in right center.
He looks at strike 1 from Dalen Cobb. That's outside.
Cougs probably started thinking about arms for tomorrow, huh?
Well, yeah, because this is not the end of the world to lose this game. That's chopped foul towards the Charger dugout for strike 2 to Adams here.
That's why they put those fences right there.
Yeah, I was out at we were out at Dolice the other day with the youngsters. They have those same poles, but nothing in there.
Between?
So if the ball goes where that wiring is, it comes right through and kills everybody. It's outside for ball 2 to Blake Adams.
You better be looking alive in those dugouts.
Mm-hmm. Scatters those kids. Comes your way. That's outside for ball 3. Count goes full to Blake Adams here in the top of the 5th.
Good patience from Blake.
That's a mile high. I don't know if I think it is going to stay in play even in fair ground. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice play. You just can't know. Once it gets above the tree line and the building line, the wind is going to blow it to the north.
Absolutely.
And we've seen 2 or 3 of those today where they've dropped. A nice play there by the Cougar first baseman to snag it and record the putout. So one down here in the 5th with young Colby Lewis stepping in, the Charger cleanup hitter.
Looks like Blake stopped there and gave Landry and Mart a little bit of advice about the pitcher. They tell him to.
Ball one down in the dirt to Colby.
It's one thing I've noticed about Blake. He's, like you said earlier, he's matured so much. You know, in younger years he might be frustrated about his out, but now being a senior and a captain, making sure his teammates are prepared for their coming at bats.
Yeah, absolutely, it's very discernible, and it's having a huge reason he'll have success at the next level. That's outside for ball 2 to Colby. 2-1 to the Charger second baseman.
Yeah, you gotta be paying attention. I would have said catcher.
Okay, 3-1 now. Hey, nothing wrong with a couple more insurance runs. That's ball 4.
Good eye from Colby.
Colby Lewis draws an important walk.
Oh, Seymour still got the gun.
All right, one down here in the 5th. One on for Landry Kyle, who's had a good day. Two of 3, yes. As he lifts one to short left field, which will be handled, called off by the left fielder. And he is retired for the second out. We back to Mart Smith. I hear Jerry Reed.
Yep, you're right. Hey, you do this enough, you know who's coming to bat by their walk-up song.
Yeah. Okay, 2 down. I bet Mart Smith wants to have a better at bat than his last one where he struck out.
Three pitches.
Here we go, Mart. That's a balk right there, but we didn't call it. That's okay. Sometimes at 11-0, you don't get that call. That's all right. 1-0 to Mart Smith. Fouled back by Mart. Even the count at 1-1.
Whose call is who makes that call?
Either one.
Either one.
On that kind of a balk, either guy would call it. Probably the home plate umpire.
Yeah, easier to see.
That's up out of the zone there for ball 2 to Mart. No reason to get in a jam on the bases right here if you're Colby. Conservative lead with a guy having trouble finding the zone and you're up 11. I don't think we're going anywhere.
Good eye for there from Mart.
Unless it's a pass ball. Ball 4. But it's take no prisoners at this time of year. Okay.
Blake, courtesy runner?
Yeah, we got a courtesy runner, and Blake Harrell, he of the
Mr. Big Shot.
Big Shot in the state championship basketball game, hits a three-pointer to pretty much clinch the gold ball for the Chargers.
Against the Kingfisher Yellow Jackets.
Absolutely.
You know it, the basketball state championship and football state championship opponent in this regional.
Oh, darn it. A lot of fun. Okay, Max Hardberger, Charger center fielder, steps in with 2 down here in the top of the 5th, and Max hammers it down the line. Fair ball, all the way to the wall in right field. Kobe Lewis scores easily. Here comes Blake Harrell. He's going to score easily. And Max Hardberger with a stand-up triple.
Good for Max. That was a hammered ball down the right field line.
Well, that's his second triple of the game.
Yep. 2 stand-up triples. Not too bad. Blake was flying around the bases there, too.
Yeah, but he can run.
He can move.
That's going to put the score at 13-0. Just missed our PAT. Two down here in the 5th.
Yeah, if we can plate one more, the score will look very familiar.
Indeed.
Good pitch there.
Good cut by Jake. Fouled straight back. 0-1.
Who's that ball boy right there?
Caden Wells.
Okay, I like it.
Yep, he's a freshman, new student here at Heritage Hall. A great young man. Daughter of an old classmate of mine, Ashley Stover. That's foul tipped into the glove for strike 2 to Jake LaForce. Out and away for ball 2 to even the count at 2-2 to Jake LaForce.
I still think back, even my days, your days in high school, I never thought we'd be playing the Ada Cougars in so many sports.
No, they were 5A my whole life. They are going to be 5A next year in football. LaForce lifts one to right at the center fielder, which will retire the side. But the Chargers get 2 more on a hammered triple, second of the game by Max Hardberger, to up the advantage to 13-0 for the Heritage Hall Chargers. We'll stay right here as Blake Adams strides to the mound for the bottom of the 5th here. A couple more thank yous that are big sponsors of the whole operation here. A huge thank you to Stanley's Graduation Services, offering Jostens products and conveniently located in Edmond. For all your high school and grad needs, class rings, letter jackets, announcements, and championship rings, celebrating moments that matter. Stanley's Graduation Services. Matt Stanley, a big patron here at Heritage Hall and a huge supporter of all athletics, and we get to keep him kind of busy.
Absolutely. It's been fun getting to do business with Stanley and Jostens. They do a great job. Some great products from them for sure.
ChargerVision is fueled by the continued sponsorship of RS Fuel Convenience Store. Make a pit stop on the south side of Memorial between Portland and May. High-performance fuel for your car and for you. That's RS Fuel Convenience Store. Okay, set the stage for you. This is the bottom of the 5th, and in Oklahoma High School, the run rule limit is 10 after 5. Well, we're ahead by 13, and this is number 5.
Yep.
So I don't like to make a big emphasis of that, but certainly didn't want to leave you uninformed.
That was Blake's first 2 balls of the...
Yep, and that one hit him. Grabbed some jersey there, and just like that, they have a man on to start the inning. Freshman Zach Carroll will be up after the hit by pitch from Alan Anderson. Zach Carroll hits from the left side.
You say pitch complete game in the Kingfisher game?
Absolutely.
Good for him.
Lefty.
Good for him.
There's ball down and away for ball 1 to freshman Zach Carroll.
Good pitch there.
Swing and a miss by Carroll. Good velocity there by fastball from Adams. Wow. Okay. That's down for ball 2. 2-1 to count. Even Zach Carroll thought that was a strike.
There it is.
That one definitely is because he's offered at it.
Yeah, Kim. No mistake there.
2-2 the count. to Zach Carroll. 1 on after the hit by pitch. Ball, strike 3 on the curveball.
Oh, that looked good.
Another nasty one from Blake Adams. Froze the young freshman there for the strikeout.
Yeah, you guys at home got a great view of that one. Saw that one drop into the zone.
Top of the order now for the Cougars. Pitcher, shortstop Jackson McFarland will step in. 13-0 the count here for our Chargers. Curveball right in there for strike 1.
Good pitch, Blake.
Fun to guess the pitches. We come back with a fastball here. Yep. Fouled back by McFarland, so great start here on this at bat for Blake. 0-2 to his quarterback counterpart from the Ada Cougars.
He's going to OBU, right?
He is.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Him and Trey Marion can be teammates.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be cool. Be fun to go watch those guys play up there.
You bet. That one misses away for first ball. 1-2 the count to McFarland. Be surprised to see any running here by the ball hit to second.
Buddy.
McFarland easily.
Oh, Carson never saw that one.
Yeah, McFarland easily beat that out. The ball did not get in the dugout. It was just an overthrow simply. Force at second was made. McFarland, who runs well, easily beat the throw to beat out the double play. Absolutely. FC there by McFarland. He's at first base. But the good news, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 more, and that's a wrap, folks. John Boone steps in for the Cougars. DH. Offers at one that's up and out of the zone. Strike 1 to John Boone.
Yep, he was swinging no matter what on that one. That was because that was.
Yeah, it was all taller than him.
Give the old axe swing.
It's hard to hit it above your head. There he goes. Surprise. Oh, better hurry or he. Yep.
Good job by Mart getting back there and finding that quickly.
Interesting. At 10-0, I guess I could see this, but at 10-0, absolutely, I'm stealing. I'm going to try to prolong the game, but hey, you never know. You got to stay aggressive. No, don't blame him at all. 1-1 the count to John Boone here in the bottom of the 5th.
There he goes.
There he goes again.
He's a good lead.
All for naught. And I'm sure that the brain trust over there said, don't worry, I just saw Coach Draper wave it off. It doesn't. That run is absolutely irrelevant.
Gave the international sign for don't worry about it.
FC did. We can make that a moot point here, Blake. 1-2 the count to John Boone. Strike 3 is in the dirt. Mark grabs it, throws it down to first base. Nicely done. Blake Adams gets it in order, and we have a staff combined no-hitter thrown by the Chargers.
Wow.
And we get a run rule, which is just what the doctor ordered here, a 13-0 run rule by the Chargers over the Ada Cougars.
That's some good stuff. Good. 3 good appearances by the guys up on the mound there. Teddy Payne making an appearance in the box.
There's my man, Ted.
How are you, Tedward?
We're going to let these guys shake hands and, kind of utter domination there by the Chargers. 13-0. I think, we obviously have great depth on the mound, and that's why we have a great chance to get back to the state tournament again. We're sitting pretty. We will play the 4 o'clock game that a win will get us in tomorrow, Brett.
Winning
and
in.
There'll be a cash Kingfisher elimination game. The winner of that will play Ada tomorrow, and I guess we'll be the 6:30 game, won't we?
Yeah, 6:30.
Yeah,
that's right.
The loser, the Ada, will play the winner of Cash Kingfisher tomorrow at 4, and we will play the winner of that, and whoever that is will have to beat us twice to get in.
It's a good position to be in. Great two first games there for the Chargers. Good stuff. Good. The guys doing a great job on the mound. Landry had a great outing earlier, and then those 3, Chuck, Blake, and Carson, great outing this afternoon. So a lot of fun watching these guys.
We're going to take a quick break and be back with our co-players of the game, Max Hardberger and Blake Adams. Right after this, we'll be back more for Stadium 11 in just a moment.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in...
Did we tell them?
Hello, Charger fans. We're back from a short commercial break. Sorry, we're up here visiting with Charger
another
coach
alumni,
and
Ted Perry.
Teddy. But yeah, that was a great outing. You can't ask for a better outing in the second game right there. We got to pitch 3 guys that'll be available tomorrow as well. Didn't get a big pitch count. Like we said, staff no-hitter.
Yeah.
That's impressive stuff right there.
I think that the way they were able to manage that, all 3 of our top 3, Blake, Chuck, and Carson, are available tomorrow. So.
All right, looks like we got a full house. We got a full house in here.
Hey, we're getting Carson too. We have all kinds of players that game. When you win 13-0, everybody gets to come up. Well, we're on air, and I'm here with a whole throng of Chargers. Here we go. I got Blake Adams right here. We know Chuck Shepard and Max, he of 2 triples, sits behind us. So, fellas, hey, there's Blake's numbers, 2 of 3 with a 2-run bomb early in the game to the opposite way, Blake. Pretty strong. You've been in the weight room, yeah? No. Of course you have, right? Well, you will be. But, man, just utter domination there, fellas. Couldn't ask for a better situation than to get a run rule in the first. Blake, you put these on. Save all our arms. I think you and Chuck and Carson are all under 35, right?
Yes,
so you're all available tomorrow. Not surprisingly, great plan by Coach Draper to keep everybody available for tomorrow as we try to get back to the state tournament. I know that's the next goal, and the next one after that is to win the thing. I know that. Max, great job, buddy. 2 absolute hammers. Triple, one a stand-up triple, both with the RBI. I think you had 5 RBIs. A lot of fun when everything's clicking. I know that was the quarterback from Ada.
Yes,
that we did have a little fun. Coach Bogert said, "Hey, one more run, and the score's going to look pretty familiar there." But hey, great program there. They're a pretty young group, and we're not. We have a very veteran group. It's so much fun to watch you guys play the game right. I talk all the time on the air about if you're a young guy watching secondary leads. I think, Blake, congratulations. You're the all-time base stealer in Heritage Hall program history. Just one more thing to check off by your name. We talk a lot, Coach Bogert and I do. We're kind of we're pretty lucky with this senior class. Big shoes to fill next year, Max, but with 2 triples will do it every time. But it's a great group. I'm proud of you guys. It's been fun to be around you these last 3 years, and I want another week of this action. I know you guys do, and get one more thing to put in your jewelry cabinet. You guys are a great baseball team, well coached, do stuff right. I love it when a guy walks and we sprint to first base, because if he drops it, we're going to second. We do secondary leads well, take advantage of any mistake an opponent may make, and we combine that with our talent, skill, and confidence. It's a heck of a group. So congratulations to all you guys. Well, don't make me interview Orton again, right? He got to do it last game.
He's all good. He doesn't need it.
No, he does. Yeah, right. I'll have to talk to him in class. So congratulations. So we're going to get the winner of Ada. And, first of all, Cash and Kingfisher play. Losers out. Ada will play the winner of that tomorrow at 4, and we'll play the winner of that, and they have to beat you twice.
Yes, sir.
So that's a scenario for the Chargers. You're in the driver's seat to get back, and we got all our arms, and I have all the confidence in the world to get to see us play next week. Congrats, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, great job. Good job, Max. Chuck, you guys enjoy the evening. Retire early. See you tomorrow.
Adios.
So, hey, nice run rule to end the evening here at Heritage Hall to get the kids in and out. Everybody remained under 35 pitches, Brett. And, boy, like I said, we're in great shape for tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't ask for better 2 games right there. Only had to use 4 pitchers. 3 of them are going to be available tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then the bats really bats were flying, especially in that second game, getting a lot of production from the whole lineup, and that's what you need trying to make another state tournament.
Well, talking to the kids and listening to the coaches, you know what? I'm not going to say it on air, but I have an idea who's going to start tomorrow. Leave that up to, don't want to give anything away, but it'll be somebody good.
Yep,
promise you that,
no doubt about
because
it.
all our guys are fresh and ready. So to recap, Charger fans, from Stadium 11, a 13-0 run rule victory in the winners bracket game over the Ada Cougars, which puts us in the 6:30 winners bracket game tomorrow here. Weather's supposed to be good and remain good. So right now we're going to get Kingfisher, not going to be on the air, or not with announcing, but Cash Kingfisher will play an elimination game. The winner of that, as we stated, will play Ada tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The winner of that plays Heritage Hall and has to beat us twice. So we're in great shape. Come on out tomorrow. It'll be a Friday. The weekend will be upon us, and it'll be beautiful weather again for about a 6:30 start for Heritage Hall baseball. For Brett Bogert, this is Steve Chard saying, hey, Charger pride, and we'll see you tomorrow.